I read somewhere that well, people call the Blackening the master of puppets of this generation. What do you think of it?
You know,
But do you know people say it or?
I've heard a lot. Yeah. I mean, you know, we're flattered. You know what I mean? Like we're just flattered. You know, we're real proud of everything we did. You know, we worked really hard on the record, and you know, to get lumped into an album like that and say this is, you know, the equivalent is fucking amazing. You know, like how can you not feel anything but just like blown away? You know, it's fucking awesome to hear shit like that. You know, and if people genuinely feel like that, you know, it's. You know, I mean, I think that's what every band would aspire to in metal. You know, it's one of the greatest metal albums of all time. You know, it's an honor to be placed beside that.
It's called the Sergeant Pepper of metal. I think, yeah, it's called the Sergeant Pepper of metal.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so
that's pretty sweet too.
Yeah. There's a few. Well, I think a few years ago, when you didn't have a label, could you ever imagine, well, being here now and with this album, and that people say something about this album? Were you back then? Was it? Well, what were your thoughts then? I mean, through 2002, 2003.
We were just hungry, you know. I mean, we still wanted it, you know. We still wanted to go out there and prove to the world that we were a killer band, you know. I mean, that's why, you know, that's why we never gave up. That's why we're still here. You know, we're either too stubborn or too stupid to give up.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, did we know if we ever would? No. I mean, there was many times when it looked like we never would be able to do it, but you know, we did.
But was it good, maybe in retrospect, that something happened to the band? Do you think, music-wise, or didn't it have any influence on your songwriting?
I mean, I think it. You know, I mean, it was a lot of things too. You know, because you know, it freed up the band to do whatever they want to without the constraints of a record label telling us what to do. You know, so yeah, I mean, it was a good thing in that you know, we have a very different situation now. You know, I mean, we have complete creative control over every single aspect of the band, from the bands that we tour with, to who produces the record, to the songs we make, to the album artwork, to every aspect, to the videos, you know, merchandise. Nothing in this band is out of the band's control. It's all in our control now, and it wasn't like that before.
What was then restricted?
So that's you know, a cool thing that it's good to have, you know.
What was then restricted before? I mean, in the earlier deal?
You know, just it's a different situation. You know, it's just a completely different situation. You know. I mean, you got to remember, like we were one of those bands that signed a Roadrunner, back in like '93. You know,
Yeah.
like you had to like sign your left arm to Roadrunner, and you know, like everything, and you know, it was a completely different situation for us. And you know, like the situation we're in now is like, you know, it's a lot more protected. It's a lot more, you know, secure for the band. You know, it looks like, you know, and especially in light of all the success we're having, you know, it's you know, it just enables us to be able to continue and create music, you know, and not necessarily, like it wasn't necessarily that way before, you know.